home team for tonight's contest. They will wear their home white uniforms. You see East Carolina going to their bench. Facing me, the court, Blue Jays on the right, East Carolina on the left. East Carolina wearing their road purple uniforms with black and yellow coloring for the numbers as well as the names on the back. East Carolina, one of the few teams that actually does have their names on the back of the jersey. We'll have the starting lineups introduced here in just a moment. Before we do that, let's introduce our officials. Today's officials, Royce Blevins, Paula Ross, and Jake Cody will have the call on the floor. The Blue Jays, and this is a little bit different this year, 4 quarters for women's basketball. For those of you who just catching your first game of women's basketball of the season, first of all, shame on you. This is a great team that Creighton has put out there this season, but a couple of rule changes for you to take advantage of. This year, 4 quarters, 10 minutes each instead of a full half of 20 minutes. No additional time, no less time, but there will be fewer breaks. Typically in the 20-minute half, there were breaks at the 16, 12, 8, and 4-minute mark for media timeouts. Instead, now there's just one media break, that coming at the 5-minute mark approximately, and the break between quarters. So what ends up happening is you have 2 less media timeouts through the course of the game. There's also been a few other rule changes. Now, instead of there being fouls going to 7, and then the 1-and-1 bonus begins where you shoot for fouls 7, 8, and 9, the 1-and-1 bonus, and then 2 fouls on the 10th foul. There is 5 fouls per quarter before you start shooting 2 free throws. On the 5th foul and every subsequent foul in a quarter, it is 2 free throws. The 1-and-1 has been eliminated. Now let's bring you the starting lineup. You see the Blue Jays being introduced. Audrey Faber getting her first start for Creighton. And she is joined there by Bailey Norby, MC McGrory, Marissa Janning, and Sydney Lamberty. And one of the keys for the Blue Jays this year has got to be Marissa Janning. Janning, battling to become the all-time leading scorer for Creighton, came into the year with 1,499 points, but struggled in the first few games with a shot. She is only shooting right now 23% from the field. In games 1 and 2, she found other ways to help her team. She got 9 assists in game 1, led the Blue Jays to a victory over Wichita State. Came back with a career-high 10 assists against Marist, also leading Creighton to the victory. Against Drake, though, the Bulldogs were able to take Marissa away, both distributing and her shot, which is a little surprising because Drake is the team that she had owned throughout her career. She'd played them 4 times, had scored 102 points entering the game on Tuesday. She finished the game with 12, but that was the first time in the 4 contests that she had ever been held to less than 20 points against the Drake Bulldogs. Let's bring you the starting lineup out there for East Carolina. We mentioned Marina Laramie, the center, number 55. She stands 6'2", from St. Louis, Missouri. Khadijah Toure, a junior from Kennewick, Washington, is joined by Jada Payne. We mentioned her, a senior from Hickory, North Carolina. Devon Gray, a senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the 4th starter is Itina Taylor, a senior from right here in the Texas area. So the Blue Jays will send Faber to jump. Bailey Norby had been jumping for the first 3 games, but Norby will be on there. Ball is in the air and we're underway. The Blue Jays get it. Surprisingly, Laramie didn't even go for the tip. Creighton has possession. Janning will swing it left side to Faber. Back over to McGrory. We're underway. Strong defense early by East Carolina. Entry pass at the post. Swings it outside. Janning, the 3-ball on the way is good. Marissa Janning has to love that going down the cylinder. 3-0. Blue Jays lead it. Coming back the other way for East Carolina. They get the ball in the hands of Laramie. She'll swing it right side. It goes to Payne. Entry pass, moving the ball around. It gets down low, and it's tied up by MC McGrory. Alternate possession will keep it with East Carolina. Devon Gray got tied up down low. Shot clock will be unchanged. 17 seconds on the shot clock for the Pirates. Entry pass by Toure. She goes top of the key for Laramie. 3-ball on the way, no good, but an offensive board by Toure. She'll reset the offense. Swinging the ball, Laramie. Now they'll move it left side for Gray. Entry pass goes to Taylor. She drives towards the bucket. Shot is no good. Tapped around, and finally Bailey Norby will come up with it. Creighton looking to extend their lead. They're up 3-0. McGrory with it on the left side. Dribbles towards the top of the key, and a foul is called. That foul is going to go against Devon Gray. It'll be her first, team's first. Ball out of bounds for the Blue Jays. Creighton a much better start than what they had against Drake. Against the Bulldogs, they gave up the first 7 points. Now the ball in the hands of Audrey Faber. She'll give it off to Lamberty. Lamberty back to Bailey Norby, to MC McGrory. MC going to dribble drive, penetrate and kick out. Lamberty pulls up for the jumper. It is good from 14 feet away, and Creighton extends that lead to 5. 5-0, Blue Jays up. Back the other way comes East Carolina. Two-Ray will hand off. First it goes to Gray, now the entry pass at the free throw line to Taylor. Her shot is no good. Long rebound goes to Laramie. Now there's a scramble. Ball on the floor, and the Blue Jays will come up with it. I'm a little surprised right there the ball wasn't stopped to be tied up. The officials allowing the players to decide, and Creighton has it. Janning will swing it left side, gives to Lamberty. She'll drive towards the bucket. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound off of Laramie's hands. It'll roll out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Blue Jays. 8:11 showing on the clock. Creighton leads it 5-0. Janning with the ball. Looking to get it in, hands it to Norby, gets it back. Now she'll penetrate and drive. Left-hander puts the shot up, no good. A little bit too strong, and the rebound grabbed by Taylor. Coming back the other way, Two-Ray has it. She's going to penetrate, pulls up for the running layup, no good, but gets her own board, puts it back up a second time. That one is off the mark as well, and McGrory will get it the other way. Creighton with it, goes down low for the three-point shot for Faber, and she hits it. Audrey Faber with the three-pointer brings us to a timeout called by Coach Heather Macy for East Carolina. That'll bring us to a break. You're listening to Creighton Women's Basketball, where the Blue Jays lead it 8-0 on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on YouTube.
As Fernando celebrates its 20th anniversary, we pledge our continued support for Creighton's Blue Jays. Since opening our doors
1 minute,
20 years
Zach.
ago, we have proudly backed the Blue Jays. Enjoy friendship and passion for college sports. Come join us at one of our 3 locations after the game to celebrate the wins, mourn the losses, and enjoy the camaraderie. We have intimate dining and party rooms that can accommodate up to 100 fans. Let the fiesta begin, and may the Blue Jays have their best season yet. Fernando's loves you.
Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro provide quality, caring dentistry for your whole family in a friendly, relaxed environment where new patients are always welcome. Look no further than Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro. For more information or to make an appointment, call today, 402-397-4505. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro at the northwest corner of 144th and Dodge. Former basketball and baseball players, Creighton alums, and all-around sports fans. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro, proud supporters of Creighton University and college athletics.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Welcome back here to the Cedar Park Center. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, thank you for watching on the BD Global channel. And a shout out to Matt DeMarinis for helping me out, as I couldn't find that here at my radio call station. East Carolina will come back out. The timeout by Heather Macy, wanting to just gather her troops. That's not the start that she wanted, but it's absolutely what you want if you're the Creighton Blue Jays. Going back out on the floor, it is the starting 5 remaining for East Carolina. Two-Ray, Gray, Payne, Taylor, and Laramie. We'll see if the Blue Jays choose to make any changes. Usually it's a little bit later in the quarter that Coach Flannery will get his reserves in, and he's choosing to keep his bench intact thus far, so both teams come back out with their starting unit. 8-0 your score. Blue Jays lead it. Inbounds, and a little pressure in the backcourt by the Blue Jays. They get it to Laramie, and there is one change, actually. Coming on for her first action is Fanny Shutoras. Ball in the hands of Two-Ray. Two-Ray gives it up to Shutoras. Back over to Payne, and East Carolina looking for their first bucket. Gets in the hands of Taylor. Now they go down low to Payne, and Payne draws the foul on Sydney Lamberty. It'll be Sid's first, and that's one of the areas that Payne can hurt you. She's already gone to the line 29 times this year and made 25 of them, so when she gets there, she's almost automatic. Laramie's entry pass goes to Taylor. Spinning layup is up and good, and East Carolina gets on the board. Creighton will have to come back, try to answer. Janning gets it ahead to Faber. Audrey dribbles across half court, looking to hand it back to her senior. Janning grabs it. Marissa looking right, now left. Bounce pass to a cutting Lamberty. Back to Norby. Finds Janning. Janning going to drive. Kicks out for Lamberty. Stolen away by Shutoris. She falls, though, and Lamberty's got a wide open layup if she can beat Payne. Scoop shot up and good. Nice job right there by Lamberty. First protecting the ball with her right hand, then scooping it up and never giving Payne an opportunity to block it or steal it away. 10-2 your score. Shutoris driving, her shot up, no good. And they're making it a little bit more difficult, is East Carolina, than I think maybe they need to. Right now, instead of getting set shots, instead of working, they're trying to penetrate and shoot on the go. The Blue Jays defense is set up for that. And one thing Coach Flannery went through in the pregame earlier today was how to defend some of this penetration and kick. That's what they got hurt by against Drake. Here the ball stolen away by Payne. She's got a one-on-one breakaway against Janning. Shot is up and good, and that is one of the advantages of having the length that Jada Payne has. She's 6'2", but her best asset is those long arms, can poke it away and then get out in front. 10-4 your score. There is 5:52 remaining here in the first quarter. Janning with it. She'll penetrate towards the bucket. Kicks out for McGrory. MC going to drive. Pull-up jumper for McGrory. No good. Payne will grab it. And East Carolina will come the other way. Payne running the point on this possession. Stops at the three-point line. Entry pass to Taylor. Taylor kicks it out to Shutoris. Three-point shot on the way is good. And East Carolina has answered back. They're within one possession. It's 10-7. The Blue Jays led this game by as much as 8 points, getting off to an 8-0 start. Lamberty with it. She'll go out top of the key for Norby. Norby dribbling over to Janning. Janning thought about the three, then will back it out. If you're looking at the court, a little bit different setup. Janning's one-handed shot is no good, as this is the arena that the Austin Spurs, the NBDL team for the San Antonio Spurs, plays. So you see the NBA three-point line out there behind the collegiate three-point line, and that's a little bit tricky if you're a shooter. Entry pass for Payne. Shot is up, no good. The rebound grabbed by Norby, and that's a nice job by Bailey Norby. Didn't have position, but was able to grab it with her right hand, strip it away from Payne. McGrory with it, top of the key, will set the offense. Trying to get it to Norby, instead goes left side for Janning. Janning, dribble penetration, finds a wide open McGrory. Easy backdoor cut for the layup. Beautiful offense by the Blue Jays. Creighton pushes that lead back to 4. Check that 5, 12-7. Toure will come the other way at the next dead ball. We'll see massive substitutions on both sides. Taylor tries to get contact, pushes the shot up. No good. She was going to draw the foul there, was unable to get the call. Blue Jays get a bounce pass to Lamberty. Lamberty beyond the arc. Trying to go down low to Norby, has it kicked out of bounds, and we'll have substitutions. There will not be a break here. The first coach's called timeout becomes the media timeout this season. As a result, no break, just massive substitutions. The Blue Jays bring in 4 new players. Lauren Works, Tessa Leadham, Kylie Brown, and Jade Owens will join Sydney Lamberty. 3 substitutions for East Carolina. We'll bring you those in just one moment. Jade Owens will trigger it for the Blue Jays. Owens looking to get it in and finds Lauren Works. Works top of the key, going to dribble left side for Lamberty. Back to Owens. Jade will try and move it right side. It's knocked away and saved by the Pirates. Driving the opposite way is Alexandra Frazier, one of the new players. Rebound picked up by Devon Gray, and she puts it back. So East Carolina gets the bucket, 12-9. Now let's reset who's on the floor for East Carolina. Alexandra Frazier, joined by Devon Gray. Jada Payne staying on there, as is Itina Tyler. And finally, Gabrielle Houston. Ball in the hands of Tessa Leadham. Leadham going to dribble top of the key, goes to a cutting Sydney Lamberty. She drives off the glass, easy layup, and Lamberty has her 8th point of the game. Creighton leads it 14-9. Quickly coming back the other way, East Carolina gets it top of the key to Taylor. Taylor at the elbow now, guarded by Brown, has to kick it back out for Frazier. Frazier picked up by Jade Owens. Ball in the hands of Payne. Payne guarded by Leadham. Will go to Gray. Gray at the top of the key, bounce pass for Taylor. Taylor going to drive against Brown. Spin move up with the left hand is good, and that's a nice post presence by Taylor. Taylor has 4 points, 14-11 your score. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Creighton leads it by 3. Jade Owens going to hand off to Sydney Lamberty. Lamberty will drive right at the elbow. She'll penetrate once more. Shot off glass, no good. The rebound grabbed by Taylor. East Carolina will bring it the other way. Blue Jays had a lead by as much as 8, but East Carolina has responded, and now the ball knocked away, kept alive by East Carolina. Holston grabs it, pushes it back out to Frazier. Now Holston will go way out beyond the top of the key. Jada Payne has it, guarded by Lauren Works. Works on defense. Now the ball in the hands of Gray. Gray goes to Taylor at the free throw line. Off the back iron, no good. Kylie Brown with it. Blue Jays will come back the other way. Tessa Leadham with the ball. Left side. Goes top of the key for Lamberty. Outside for Lauren Works. She penetrates. Pulls up with her dribble and now looks to get it back out. Reset the offense for Kylie Brown. Back to Works. Works with it. One dribble and we'll hand off for Tessa Leadham. And we're going to get an offensive foul called against the Blue Jays. Jade Owens caught trying to get position against Frazier, and a couple substitutions for the Blue Jays. Allie Green checking in for her first action. Coming with her, Audrey Faber returns, as does Marissa Janning. Getting her first break is Jada Payne for East Carolina. And East Carolina will reset their lineup here shortly. It'll be Frazier, Toure, Gray, Shutoris, and Laramie. Ball in the hands of Shutoris. She'll dribble around top of the key. Hands off to Gray. Gray's entry pass for Laramie, knocked out of bounds. Possession back to the Blue Jays. Great idea, poor execution right there by East Carolina. Creighton gets it back. Score remains Blue Jays 14, Pirates 11. Faber going to bring it across half court for the Blue Jays. She picks up her dribble and hands off for Janning. Janning to Works, top of the key. Outside for Jade Owens. She'll pull up, gets it back to Janning. 3-ball on the way. Off the rim, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Blue Jays. 1:11 showing on the clock here in the first quarter. Creighton out by 3. Entry pass by Janning. She'll get it back from Green. She'll penetrate towards the basket, picks up her dribble and hands off for Faber. They'll return it to Janning. A little give and go between the two players. Janning drives, kicks it out for Faber. 3-ball on the way is good. And Audrey Faber, give her 6. She leads the way for the Blue Jays. Creighton up 17-11. Entry pass to Frazier. Frazier looking for some space. One of the things you do here if you have pressure is you prevent the team from getting easy looks and getting into their offense. You want to make it difficult for them on defense. Toure with the basketball for East Carolina. Top of the key, guarded by Janning. She uses the screen, pulls up for a 3-point shot. No good. Faber with the rebound. The Blue Jays now should hold and will hold for the last shot. Just a fraction of a second between the shot clock and the game clock if they're showing it on the screen, and now they'll pull the shot clock off. 18 seconds remaining in the game in the first quarter. Jade Owens with it will pull it back out near our broadcast area, guarded by Frazier. She'll dribble towards the top of the key, around the right side, kicks out for Janning. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Toure. The Blue Jays will reset, and this allows substitutions on both sides. The Blue Jays bring in Maya Melman, a shooter extraordinaire from the outside. Melman, a sophomore from Iowa, gets her first action, and 3 substitutions for East Carolina. On the floor for the Blue Jays, Allie Green, Marissa Janning, Jade Owens, Maya Melman, and Audrey Faber. Faber with it, gets it down low for Allie Green. Count it, and the foul. Allie Green, an opportunity for a traditional 3-point play. She gets the Blue Jays up 19-11 and will go to the free throw line for one more. On the season, Green, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, will get just her 4th attempt. Foul going against Taylor, her first. This one is good. And East Carolina, with just a fraction of a second, will dribble out the first quarter. Creighton leads it 20-11. The Blue Jays close the quarter with a 6-0 run over the final minute. You're listening to Blue Jay women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on YouTube, the BD Global Sports Channel. 2 minutes here, Zach.
From Creighton University, Chances are you want to do more than get a paycheck. Here, you'll learn how to make a real difference in the world. Have the resources to start a career you're passionate about. Make great strides in research that's changing lives. You'll be able to do more, build more, succeed more. That's why you come to Creighton. You're more than just a student. This is more than just an education. Go to bemore.creighton.edu.
Let's talk turkey. New premium carved turkey at Subway. This is oven roasted just right, sliced thick the way you like it. You don't find this just anywhere type of turkey. And it is good. Day after Thanksgiving good. Tastes even better with naturally applewood smoked bacon, Swiss cheese, and zesty roasted red pepper vinaigrette on the new carved turkey and Swiss Club. All handcrafted just for you on freshly baked bread. Get it while it lasts. Subway. Eat fresh. Limited time only.
Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro provide quality, caring dentistry for your whole family in a friendly, relaxed environment where new patients are always welcome. Look no further than Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro. For more information or to make an appointment, call today, 402-397-4505. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro at the northwest corner of 144th and Dodge. Former basketball and baseball players, Creighton alums, and all-around sports fans. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro, proud supporters of Creighton University and college athletics.
As Fernando celebrates its 20th anniversary, we pledge our continued support for Creighton's Blue Jays. Since opening our doors 20 years ago, we have proudly backed the Blue Jays, enjoying a mutual friendship and passion for college sports. Come join us at one of our 3 locations after the game to celebrate the wins, mourn the losses, and enjoy the camaraderie. We have intimate dining and party rooms that can accommodate up to 100 fans. Let the fiesta begin, and may the Blue Jays have their best season yet. Fernando's loves you.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back here at Cedar Park Center in Austin, Texas, the Blue Jays lead it 20-11. Creighton Women's Basketball is brought to you in part by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, a proud sponsor of the Creighton Blue Jays. Outfitting Blue Jay coaches and fans for over 40 years, Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, located at 78th and Dodge. The Blue Jays have possession as play resumes. On the floor, the 5 remain the same. Green, Melman, Faber with the ball, Owens, and Janning. Now towards the baseline, Faber going to drive, beats 2 defenders and gets the bucket for Audrey Faber. Give her 8. Nice feed pass right there by Maya Melman, getting her first assist of the game. Creighton pushes their lead to 22-11, its largest margin of the game. Jada Payne back in for East Carolina. She'll give it up to Frazier. Check that, Gray. Gray going to pull up from the elbow. Shot no good. Owens with the rebound. Lead pass ahead. Faber got an opportunity. Scores the bucket on a fast break. Nice job by Jade Owens, finding Faber, running the lane, and feeding the big post player for the easy deuce. 10 points for Audrey Faber. Coming the other way, Jada Payne with it, top of the key. She'll swing it outside for Gray. Jumper good, give her 3. Now it's 24-14. A little bit too easy three-point shot there. I know Coach Flannery talked about fighting through screens. Coming the other way, running left-handed shot. No good by Janning, but Allie Green there for the board. They'll give it back to Janning. She thought about the 3, kicks it out for Faber. Faber going to penetrate. Has it knocked out of bounds by Taylor. Possession stays with the Blue Jays. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Creighton. MC McGrory will check back in. And Coach Flannery using his bench a little more liberally in this contest. You've got to 3 games in 3 days. Marissa Janning with the ball to inbound it. Gets it in to MC McGrory, and we're going to get a foul. First foul of quarter number 2 going against East Carolina. That is the second personal foul on Taylor. Now Janning looks to trigger it in, gets it to Faber. She'll put it up and good. Count it, and the foul. So Faber will go to the line for an opportunity of the three-point play, and quickly 2 team fouls on East Carolina. We'll check and see. The foul is on Devon Gray. That's her second. So 2 players for East Carolina with 2 fouls. You may see Gray and or Taylor go to the bench for a long time. You don't want to pick up your 3rd foul in the first half, and that will bring on both Laramie and Shutoris. Green to the line. We'll get the free throw opportunity. Or check that, Audrey Faber. Faber 7 for 8 on the year, make her 8 of 9, and the Blue Jays lead it 27-14. Coming the other way, ball in the hands of Touré. She'll bounce pass it over to Payne. Payne through the legs. Now we'll go to Shutoris. Back to Payne. Thought about the three. Tries to penetrate. Good job defensively by Janning. Now she finds an opening, does Payne. Pulls up for the jumper. And that right there is just great basketball. Not a lot you can do. Got a little bit of rope-a-dope with the basketball. Pulled up for the jump shot. And the Blue Jays will come the other way. MC McGrory with it down beyond the arc. We'll hand off to Faber. Back to Janning. Janning with the basketball, looking to find Maya Melman off a screen. Now we'll go back to the left side. Janning dribbling with her right hand, goes up, running layup off glass is good, and Marissa Janning gets it to fall once more. She's got 5 points. Creighton leads at 29-16. 7:44 remaining here in the first half. Touré with the basketball. 2 substitutions waiting for the Blue Jays. 1 for East Carolina. Touré gonna drive. Tries to kick out off a couple of hands. It'll go out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Pirates. Checking back in for East Carolina will be Frazier. For the Blue Jays, Works and Norby will come on for Melman and Green. Leading the game is Touré for the Pirates. 7 minutes and 30 seconds showing in the second quarter. Blue Jays leading it 29-16, thanks in large part to Audrey Faber's 13 points. Frazier with the basketball will hand off to Payne. This is a play that Coach Flannery designed for the Blue Jays in the shoot-around earlier today, and it's defended very well. Nice job by Bailey Norby getting her hands on the basketball, and Creighton has it. They'll come the other way. Tough defense played by Payne. They get it in the corner for Faber. Pass, entry pass for MC McGrory. Knocked out of bounds by Frazier. And Sydney Lamberty will check back in for the Blue Jays. 29-16 your score. Creighton, its largest lead of the game, 13 points. Janning kicks it inside to McGrory. MC will dribble it back out. Hands off to Lamberty. Sid with the basketball. Back to MC McGrory. MC going to drive. Penetrate towards the lane. Shot up high off glass. Rolls around and down. And give 2 more to MC McGrory. She has 4. Back the other way come the Pirates. Ball in the hands of Laramie. She'll swing it outside for Shutoris. To Laramie. Laramie going to penetrate. Drive cut off by Norby. Now back in the hands of Holston. Holston tries to drive and will get an offensive foul called against Gabrielle Holston. 3rd team foul against East Carolina, and that's the number that really concerns you if you're a Pirate fan. 3 team fouls in the second quarter. Remember, the rule change for women's basketball, the first 4 are not free throws, but that 5th foul and every additional one from there, 2 free throws. McGrory with it, and if I'm the Blue Jays, I'm trying to pound it inside, draw that 4th team foul. Works, bounce pass from McGrory. She penetrates, kicks out to an open Janning. 3-ball on the way. She pulls up with an air ball, and I think right there, the difference between the NBA three-point line and the college three-point line may have played in the head of Marissa Janning. Jada Payne, though, shows she can shoot it from long range, hitting an NBA 3, and it's 31-19. Creighton now with the basketball. Works will swing it left side for Sydney Lamberty. Back to Works. Works guarded by Shutoris. Outside for McGrory. McGrory lines up the 3. Dials long distance, but nobody home this time. Bounce pass cut to the cutting Lamberty. No good, and they've got a break to the Pirates. 4 on 3. Now getting back in the frame is Lamberty. Entry pass goes to Laramie. Laramie get doubled by Norby. Cutting Frazier, gets the ball to the bucket and scores it. 5 straight points for East Carolina, and it's 31-21. Creighton will slow it down. You feel like here you got to have some strong execution offensively. You want to continue to put pressure on East Carolina. Driving to the bucket is Janning, and she got a wide open lane right there. Got it to just crawl over the rim for the 2 points, and for Janning, she has 7. Faber set to check back in at the next dead ball. She has the lead with 13 points for the Blue Jays. Bounce pass for Payne. Hands it back off. No, she doesn't. Keeps it right at the top of the key. She'll fire the three-point shot. No good. And the reason I said the handoff is that is, again, the play that Coach Flannery showed his team, diagrammed that they often run. Here, a running layup for Lauren Works and a complete breakdown defensively for East Carolina. No one stepped up to stop the ball, and Lauren Works had a clear path to the layup. 35-21. Payne gets it to Shitoris. Down low for Laramie. Shot up. She will miss it, but will get the foul and go to the line to shoot two. And an easy call for the officials, as that is the first team foul against the Blue Jays. And it'll bring us to immediate timeout. 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Creighton leads it 35-21. You're listening to Blue Jay women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on YouTube on the BD Global Sports Channel.
Instead of the car dealer's financing, Creighton Federal showed me how much I could save borrowing from them. And then they lowered my mortgage payments, my other car payments,
Creighton Federal Credit Union does all the time. Find out how much they can save you. Creighton Federal Credit Union, member NCAA.
Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro provide quality, caring dentistry for your whole family in a friendly, relaxed environment where new patients are always welcome. Look no further than Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro. For more information or to make an appointment, call today. 402-397-4505. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro at the northwest corner of 144th and Dodge. Former basketball and baseball players, Creighton alums, and all-around sports fans. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro, proud supporters of Creighton University and college athletics.
KZOT, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
You're listening to Creighton University women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Welcome back here to Austin, Texas. The Creighton Blue Jays hold a 35-21 lead on East Carolina midway through the second quarter. Let's get you caught up on some scores around Creighton athletics. First, men's basketball also competing in a tournament run by BD Global Sports. They played in the Men Who Speak Up main event in Las Vegas over the last couple of days. They won both contests, earning the championship trophy, which, by the way, is a championship belt a la boxing or WWE. The Blue Jays got the victory over Massachusetts last night, 97-76, led by 20 points from Jeffrey Grizel. 2 days earlier, they defeated Rutgers 85-75, and in the first game, which was played early this season in that Men Who Speak Up main event, the Blue Jays defeated Texas Southern and UT San Antonio. Texas San Antonio, both of those games played back in Omaha. Back to the action here. Going to the line is Marina Laramie. She will get 2 free throws. She is 4 of 5 on the season. First shot up in the air is good. And it's now 35-22. Ball in the hands of Laramie. She eyes the free throw, hits the back iron, and it falls down. 35-23, 2 points for the Pirates. Ball thrown away by the Blue Jays there. Nice job defensively by East Carolina, but you missed the opportunity to convert, and finding the ball is Tessa Leadham. Down low, a jump ball. Alternate possession will keep it with the Pirates, so that will go down as a turnover. Shot and then another turnover. So back-to-back turnovers for the Blue Jays. Usually a much better team at handling the basketball. Creighton, one of the top teams in the country over the last 2 years in fewest turnovers. Here, Taylor goes to the bucket. She'll draw the foul on Sydney Lamberty. That'll be Sid's third personal foul. So Lamberty will pick up her third foul. And they call that foul on Audrey Faber. And for Faber, it's just her first, and a fortunate call for the Blue Jays. Faber picking up foul number 1. Instead, now going to the line to shoot 2 will be Taylor. Taylor's first free throw attempt up and good. She came into that attempt 15 of 25 from the free throw line. So a chance to go on a 4-0 run for East Carolina, all from the free throw line if Taylor makes this one. It's good, and the lead for the Blue Jays has been trimmed down to just 10 once more. And now the ball stolen away again by East Carolina. The Blue Jays are going to have to do a better job of handling the pressure. Ball down low for Laramie. Shot is no good. Taylor gets the rebound and puts it back. Creighton with the basketball, and we're going to get a 30-second timeout, and you're going to see a few players check in. Coach Flannery upset with his team. We'll keep it here. 30-second timeout called by Flannery. That's his use it or lose it timeout. The Blue Jays had committed 3 turnovers in the last 46 seconds, and they've led to back-to-back buckets and allowed East Carolina to go on a 6-0 run during that stretch. I mentioned the use it or lose it timeout. One of the other changes in women's basketball this season. Last year there were 4 30-second timeouts and 1 full timeout given to each team in games that were played with media timeouts. Virtually every game across the country includes media timeouts, whether it's radio, internet broadcast, or just the choice of the home team. Now there are 3 30-second timeouts and 1 full timeout granted to each squad. And still, if you don't use one of the 30 seconds in the first half, you lose it. So you're only guaranteed to carry over 3 timeouts into the second half. Ball on the offensive end for the Blue Jays. They break the press. Now we'll see if they can get back going. Jade Owens with the basketball. Owens dribbling towards the right side. You need a bucket here. 35-27. Owens drives towards the basket, is blocked from behind by Toure, and 6 seconds just remaining on the shot clock for the Blue Jays. 3:32, and if you're East Carolina, you want to continue pushing, get yourself in a better position going into the second half. Here are the Blue Jays, you've got to calm this down. Entry pass goes top of the key for Faber. Back to Janning. Janning swings the ball around, now will drive. Running layup, or running shot, no good. Janning gets her own rebound, puts it back, and good. Marissa Janning, credit the senior for hanging around, going towards the basket, and getting the deuce. 37-27. 3:15 showing on the clock. Laramie picks up her dribble. Will go outside. Ball in the hands of Taylor. Taylor going to drive. Running layup is good. And Taylor finding the range over the last 4 possessions. She's got 10 points, 4 of 9 from the field. Audrey Faber will come back the other way. And if you're the Blue Jays, I say you attack Taylor. She's got 2 fouls. Go after her, get the easy bucket, or make her commit her 3rd foul. Speaking of which, Laramie picks up the foul. That's the 4th team foul on East Carolina, the final foul that doesn't result in free throws. I'll credit right now Heather Macy and the East Carolina staff. They were able to teach and coax their team to stay out of foul trouble. Remember, they picked up foul number 3 with 7 minutes to go. Ball movement by the Blue Jays. They swing it to Tessa Leadham. She drives, shot no good. The rebound grab by Allie Green. Green puts it back up, falling away. Hits the bucket, 39-29. Allie Green with a great offensive board and gets it to fall. Blue Jays up by 10. Frazier going to hand off on the rolling screen. Driving towards the bucket is Toure. The shot is blocked by Green. Getting the rebound is Green, and now it's tied up down low. Jump ball will stay with the Blue Jays. 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. And East Carolina has picked up their defensive pressure. They get the ball to Janning. Janning with it now double teamed ahead to Jade Owens. Owens trying to get away from the trap. Down low they go to Allie Green. Back to Owens, cutting towards the basket. Easy layup, and that's how you beat pressure in the backcourt. You get it ahead and make sure you get the easy layup. It'll force East Carolina to think about breaking off the pressure. Bounce pass for Payne. She gets it down low, puts the shot up. Good, and nice job by Jada Payne, keeping her balance, going on 1 foot, wrapping around the basket to get the easy layup. 41-31, Creighton leads it. Running jump shot by Owens, no good. The Blue Jays get it back. Faber lines up the 3. She hits it. Audrey Faber, 16 points, a perfect 6 for 6 from the field. Quickly down the other way come the Pirates. Taylor gonna drive, tries to go underneath, instead will kick it out for Toure. Toure tries to answer, shot is no good. The rebound grab by Faber. Running for the Blue Jays, now slowing it up is Janning. Janning near the top of the key, hands off. Pass to Leadham, now hands off to Owens. Owens will drive, has the layup reverse from behind, no good. The rebound grabbed by Laramie, and East Carolina will slow it down. Approaching 1 minute remaining in the first half. East Carolina gets it in the hands of their best player, Jada Payne. Payne off to Toure, back to Payne. Two-man game. Hands off to Taylor at the elbow. Elevates, no good. The rebound grabbed by Janning. A chance for a 2-for-1 here if you're the Blue Jays. Janning gonna push, goes straight down the lane. Pushes the shot up, no good, but she will draw the foul. Marissa Janning will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul going to go against Jada Payne. It's the 15th foul against East Carolina, but it doesn't matter. That one would have been a shooting foul either way. First against Jada Payne, and Janning will go to the line. Marissa on the season, a 75% free throw shooter. Eyes the first shot, it rattles around and out. And massive substitutions. 3 new players come on for East Carolina. Lauren Works and MC McRory into the game for the Blue Jays. In her career, Marissa, a 83% free throw shooter entering this season. She'll get one more. It's in the air and good. 45-31. Creighton with a chance here. You want to make sure that East Carolina doesn't go 2-for-1. And the Pirates will slow it down. 36 seconds. Jada Payne with it, top of the key, guarded by Janning. Uses the screen, goes right. Has the ball knocked out of bounds by Faber. Possession will go to the Blue Jays. They say it was off the hands of the Pirates. So now the Blue Jays with possession, 28.1. You have a chance to hold for the last shot, and they will do just that. Checking in, Maya Melman will come on, get another shooter on the floor. The Blue Jays have Janning, Faber, Melman, Works, and McRory. All 5 players have the range to shoot from three-point land. Janning with it, guarded by Gray. Dribbling near half court, has to hand off to Faber. Faber holding the shot. You want to run some clock here. They find a cutting. Janning pushes the ball up, no good, and maybe a little bit too quick there. Now you give East Carolina a chance. Ball in the hand of Holson. She'll hand it off to Shutoris. 3-point shot, no good, and that'll do it for the first half. Creighton leads it 45-31. You're listening to Creighton Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on the BD Global Sports YouTube channel.
Vintage Financial Group is a local financial services company.
Zach, give me 3 minutes here.
And businesses achieve financial success. At Vintage Financial Group, we create plans as unique as each individual's needs. Contact Vintage Financial Group and their advisors, Brad Burwell, Kirsten Ricketts, Mindy Helfrich, or Pat Ricketts at 402-932-7233 or vintagefinancialgroup.com.
Insurance issued by Principal Life Insurance Company. Securities offered through Princor Financial Services Corporation. 800-247-1123. Member SIPC. Principal Life and Princor are members of the Principal Financial Group, Des Moines, Iowa 50392. Vintage Financial Group is not an affiliate or any member of the Principal Financial Group.
As Fernando celebrates its 20th anniversary, we pledge our continued support for Creighton's Blue Jays. Since opening our doors 20 years ago, we have proudly backed the Blue Jays, enjoying a mutual friendship and passion for college sports. Come join us at one of our 3 locations after the game to celebrate the wins, mourn the losses, and enjoy the camaraderie. We have intimate dining and party rooms that can accommodate up to 100 fans. Let the fiesta begin, and may the Blue Jays have their best season yet. Fernando's loves you.
Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro provide quality, caring dentistry for your whole family in a friendly, relaxed environment where new patients are always welcome. Look no further than Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro. For more information or to make an appointment, call today, 402-397-4505. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro at the northwest corner of 144th and Dodge. Former basketball and baseball players, Creighton alums, and all-around sports fans. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro, proud supporters of Creighton University and college athletics.
For over 40 years, family-owned Jerry Ryan has been helping the best-dressed men in Omaha look their best. Whether it's a new suit and tie, business casual, or the best selection of Creighton Blue Jay apparel this side of the Big East, at Jerry Ryan you'll always experience unparalleled service and enjoy complimentary gift wrap and alterations. Now offering slim-fit wedding suits for all your groomsmen. Stop by our 78th and Dodge Street location and visit us online at jerryryanclothing.com.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
My friend just refunded me almost $1,000 a month, he said. On your mortgage, I asked? And my credit cards and my car loans, he added. Are you kidding me? Banks don't do that.
Creighton Federal Credit Union does all the time. Find out how much they can save you. Creighton Federal Credit Union, member NCAA.
Cocoa Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza is Nebraska's top family destination resort, featuring the area's only indoor water park, 365 guest rooms, 2 restaurants, 3 bars, and 75,000 square feet of convention and meeting space. Cocoa Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza, just off I-80 at 72nd Street. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, we have a package for you. For more information or to book online, click RamadaPlazaOmaha.com.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back here at the Cedar Park Center in Austin, Texas, we're at the half. Creighton leads it 45-31. The Blue Jays closing out that half on a little mini run of their own. Creighton scoring the last 7 points of the half to push their lead out to 14, 45-31. Let's recap the halftime stats for you. First for the East Carolina Pirates, leading the way, Jada Payne with 10 points. She was 4 of 10 for the field, a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds, leading her team in each of those categories. Itina Taylor, check that, was 4 of 10 with 4 rebounds and 10 points. Jada Payne had 9 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 rebound, and also 1 foul. The rest of the scoring for East Carolina, 3 points from Devon Gray, 3 points for Fanny Shutoris, 2 points each for Marina Laramie, Alexandra Frazier, and Gabrielle Holston. No points for Khadija Toure. Toure 0 for 5 from the field. You got to expect that she'll find her range in half number 2. As a team, East Carolina 12 of 31 from the field, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, and a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So the Pirates shooting 39% from the field, 43% from beyond the arc, and a perfect 100% at the free throw line. For the Blue Jays, Audrey Faber leading the way with 16 points, also has 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Faber a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. 10 points for Marissa Janning. Janning getting going as the half wore on, 4 of 11 from the field and 1 of 3 from long range. Rounding out the scoring, 6 points from Sydney Lamberty, 5 points from Allie Green, 4 from MC McGrory, and 2 each for Jade Owens and Lauren Works. As a team, the Blue Jays shooting 56% from the field, 19 of 34, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, so a little more judicious from long range. One of the things the Blue Jays have done, they've cracked double figures from long range, from three-point land in each of the first 3 games, so a little bit slower pace, but shooting at a much higher percentage in this contest, 57% and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Rebounding battle thus far won by the Blue Jays, 21-12. Creighton with 9 assists but 8 turnovers in the game, 3 assists and 5 turnovers for East Carolina, 1 block for each team. Allie Green getting it for the Blue Jays, Khadija Toure getting it for East Carolina. 6 steals for East Carolina, 3 for the Blue Jays. Points in the paint, and this is an area that Creighton struggled against Drake. They were outscored 52-26 against the Drake Bulldogs. Today, they're the one controlling the paint, 28-16 over East Carolina. Points off turnovers, the Pirates hold the advantage, 10-4. Second chance points go the Blue Jays' way, 13-4. Fast break points, 4-2 edge for the Pirates. And bench scoring, Creighton with 9, 7 for East Carolina. We'll take one more break, come back, get you caught up on the rest of the scores here in the Lone Star Showcase. You're listening to Creighton Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and the BD Global Sports YouTube channel.
Here in the Heartland, we're more than a cozy place.
Zach, let's go 2 minutes here.
We're a great place to be alive. We build, inspire, soar, and love. We don't stand still. There is no off switch, only momentum. A drive to let go and follow our passion. This is who we are, and it's time to unite. Together, it's time to let everyone know we don't coast. Brought to you by the Greater Omaha Chamber.
Vintage Financial Group is a local financial services company committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses achieve financial success. At Vintage Financial Group, we create plans as unique as each individual's needs. Contact Vintage Financial Group and their advisors, Brad Burwell, Kirsten Ricketts, Mindy Helfrich, or Pat Ricketts at 402-932-7233 or vintagefinancialgroup.com.
Insurance issued by Principal Life Insurance Company. Securities offered through Princor Financial Services Corporation. 800-247-1123. Member SIPC. Principal Life and Princor are members of the Principal Financial Group, Des Moines, Iowa 50392. Vintage Financial Group is not an affiliate or any member of the Principal Financial Group.
As Fernando celebrates its 20th anniversary, we pledge our continued support for Creighton's Blue Jays. Since opening our doors 20 years ago, we have proudly backed the Blue Jays, enjoying a mutual friendship and passion for college sports. Come join us at one of our 3 locations after the game to celebrate the wins, mourn the losses, and enjoy the camaraderie. We have intimate dining and party rooms that can accommodate up to 100 fans. Let the fiesta begin, and may the Blue Jays have their best season yet. Fernando's loves you.
Complete Nutrition just acquired the most advanced technology in our industry. This body comp technology tells you how many calories your body burns in a day, exactly how much lean muscle your body has, how many pounds of water weight you carry, and so much more. We use this report to provide you with a personalized meal plan. This report, a $100 value, and your meal plan, a $50 value, are both available absolutely free this week only. Complete Nutrition. Success starts here.
Complete Nutrition.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back here at Cedar Park Center in Austin, Texas, the Blue Jays lead it 45-31 at the break. Let's get you caught up on the rest of the scores here at the Lonestar Showcase. I mentioned in the early portion of the pregame, this is a 8-team tournament, but really it's 2 tournaments being run simultaneously, and this is why. There are 4 teams in pod number 1, those 4 teams being the 24th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes and Wright State, and the 25th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes and the 24th ranked George Washington Colonials playing the Houston Cougars. That's the top of the bracket. None of those 4 teams will ever play in this tournament, the 4 teams that are in the Blue Jays pod. Those being Northwestern, the 19th ranked team in the country, Eastern Washington, East Carolina, and the Creighton Blue Jays. Earlier today in game number 1, Iowa defeated Wright State 83-77. And the other ranked team, George Washington, downed Houston. A very close game, though, 82-78. So that will set up, and it would have set up either way, Iowa versus George Washington tomorrow. So 2 teams ranked in the top 25 will battle. That'll be a nice game. That will be the first contest of the day here tomorrow. Wright State will then follow by taking on Houston. In the second pod, which the Blue Jays are in, Creighton will play Northwestern. Win, lose, or draw tonight, they will play the Wildcats, and that will be the final game of the evening. Eastern Washington will face East Carolina in the first game of pod number 2. Times for those games, 5 o'clock for Eastern Washington and East Carolina. For Northwestern and Creighton, that'll be played at 7 o'clock. The top half of the bracket begins at 10 a.m., and then the second game is played at noon. So the Blue Jays with a chance to go through and pick up a victory if they can continue to do what they did in half number 1. That's a long way to go. There's still another 20 minutes to be played, but Creighton likes what they've done. They wanted to come out here and rebound the basketball much better, and they've done that here today. And what I like is it's not just one person. You're seeing everybody crash the boards. 4 rebounds leads the way for Creighton. That's coming from Bailey Norby. And you got to love when one of your starters who's not offensively minded goes out there and cleans the glass, and that's what Bailey Norby has done. Now, early in the broadcast, I mentioned the starting 5 were all from Minnesota. I was having a lot of trouble at the start of this broadcast, but I will correct myself. Audrey Faber from Iowa. I was hoping that at some point you may see a 5 starting unit from Minnesota because the Blue Jays have 6 players from Minnesota, but Audrey Faber, of course, from the Des Moines, Iowa area, and right now she has gone off in half number 1. 16 points, 6 of 6 from the field. Starting seems to agree with the freshman as she has dominated play offensively for the Blue Jays. On the other side, it has been Itina Taylor who has really stepped forward for this East Carolina team. She's got 10 points, and she did the majority of that after picking up her second foul. So ignoring that she had 2 fouls. She went out there, and on the season, she's averaging 8.2 points per game. She's already scored 10, so she's stepped her game up and given her team a lift. Now they need the rest of their squad to step up and play to their level. Jada Payne, she averages 22 points and 11 rebounds per game. The Blue Jays have her right about that scoring average, 9 points, but they've been able to keep her off the glass thus far. Just 1 rebound. And Marina Laramie, she averages 15.4 points a game, is 9 of 17 from beyond the arc. So for the 6'2 center, she's got range. She can shoot the ball. But thus far, Laramie with just 2 points, both of those coming from the free throw line. You're coming out in the second half. If you're the Blue Jays, you've got to be leery of a couple of things. If you're East Carolina, Coach Macy is got to be pleased with the fact that she was able to apply some pressure and get some positive results from her team. They went to the pressure game late in the second quarter, forced a couple of turnovers, 2 back-to-back turnovers, and went on a 6-0 run in a course of 1 minute. I wouldn't be surprised if you see East Carolina amp that pressure up. You can't do it for the entire half. But if you do it in spurts, it'll allow you to work your way back into this game. Go on a 5-0 run, a 6-0 run, here or there. They're certainly going to try to put pressure on the Blue Jay offense, specifically after a made basket. That allows you to set your defense and make it difficult for the Blue Jays. Creighton did some token pressure early in the game, but haven't gone back to that. Also, if you're East Carolina, you got to believe that you're going to have some coming back to the norm for your starting center, Marina Laramie. You're going to get her the basketball, get her some additional shots, and on the other side, coming back to the norm for Audrey Faber. Now, she's a great player, but she's not perfect. 6 of 6, you'd expect Faber is going to come back to the baseline a little bit. She might not have as good of a game in the second half, and if you're East Carolina, you've got to find a way to take her out of her rhythm. She was perfect getting open looks, and the beauty of it is it wasn't just jump shots. She was going towards the basket, and that's something I haven't seen from her in the first 3 games of the season. We'll take our final break, come back with the second half. You're listening to Creighton Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on the BD Global YouTube channel.
My friend
Zach, just 1 minute.
Creighton Federal Mortgages. I asked him why he's so happy. They're saving me almost $1,000 a month, he said. On your mortgage, I asked. And my credit cards and my car loans, he added. Are you kidding me? Banks don't do that.
Creighton Federal Credit Union does all the time. Find out how much they can save you. Creighton Federal Credit Union. Member NCAA.
Cocoa Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza is Nebraska's top family destination resort, featuring the area's only indoor water park, 365 guest rooms, 2 restaurants, 3 bars, and 75,000 square feet of convention and meeting space. Cocoa Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza, just off I-80 at 72nd Street. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, we have a package for you. For more information or to book online, click RamadaPlazaOmaha.com.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back to action here at the Cedar Park Center. Bounce pass entry for East Carolina goes to Jada Payne. Nice defense by the Blue Jays. They block a shot and come back the other way. Creighton with the ball. They lead this game 45-31. Bounce pass, jump shot from the elbow by Marissa Janning, and Janning now has 12 points. That ties her high score on the season. Her season high 12 points coming in the last game against Drake. Janning 5 for 12 in the contest. Payne back with it. Bounce pass goes over to Toure. Going down is Marissa Janning. Rebound grab by Norby, and Janning was slow to get up, and it appears to be limping a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if the Blue Jays get a substitution here. Coach Flannery calling for the basketball to come closer to him. Now to McRory, and Janning rubbing that knee. Trying to play through it, cuts towards the basket. Ball in the hands of Norby. Norby lines up the three-point shot. No, they call it a 2. A two-pointer for Bailey Norby. Foot on the line, and Bailey delivers her first field goal attempt. Creighton extends the lead 49-31. Bounce pass goes in low to Payne. Outside, give the ball to Gray. Gray going to kick back out to Ray, lines up the 3 and hits it. Khadijah Toure gets her first 3 points coming from long range, and it's 49-34. Lamberty will walk it up. And if you're the Blue Jays, it's far too early to worry about the clock, but you don't mind taking a little time getting into your offense. Janning going to drive, and there's a foul call. This one's going to go against Toure. It'll be the first team foul called against East Carolina. And for Toure, it'll be her first. Marissa Janning to trigger it, gets it outside, top of the key for Faber. Faber will drive, running jump shot, no good, and Faber her first miss of the game. Toure, lead pass ahead for Taylor. Taylor full of steam, shot though is no good. She was looking for the foul, and wisely Bailey Norby did not give it to her. Coming back the other way, the Blue Jays have it in the hands of Faber. She'll drive towards the bucket and will draw the foul. That'll be on Taylor. It'll be her second team foul against East Carolina. And Audrey Faber will go to the line to shoot 2. And you're going to see Taylor come out of this game, I got to believe. Shutoris set to check in after the first free throw. Faber delivers the first one. It is good. And Shutoris will come on for Taylor. That's to be expected. Taylor, a big cog in East Carolina's game plan thus far, but she has 3 fouls, going to have to take a seat. 7:53 showing on the clock, 50-34, Blue Jays lead it. Faber lines up the free throw. It is good. And for Faber, give her 18, one off her career high of 19 points. Toure will bring it up for East Carolina, walking it, guarded by Janning. Cannot get away, but does get some space. Jumper, no good. Payne gets her own, or gets the rebound and puts it back up. That's more what you expected from Jada Payne, getting some offensive glass and getting the putback. Now the Blue Jays will swing it the other way on the left side. McGrory with it. Top of the key goes to Janning. Janning fakes left, goes right. Puts it up with the left hand. Shot is no good. The long rebound tracked down by Janning. Marissa will pull it out. Swings it left side for Faber. Faber with the ball, goes deeper in the corner to Lamberty. Lamberty will walk it out, now to McGrory. MC guarded by Gray. Cutting to the basket for the wide open layup is Sydney Lamberty. And a nice job by McGrory, seeing her teammate with the wide open look. It's 53-36. Toure dribbling towards the right side, looking to clear it out. Now we'll kick it back to Laramie. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. The rebound grabbed by Faber. Faber gets it ahead to Janning. Nice job battling down low by the freshman. McGrory sees an opening, goes towards the bucket and draws the foul. She got Devon Gray in the air. That'll be the 3rd foul on Gray and the 3rd team foul against the Pirates. Checking in is Gabrielle Holston. Holston will come on for Shutoris. Thanij Shutoris from Bogad, Hungary. Bounce pass goes to Lamberty. She puts it up, no good. The rebound grabbed by Allie Green. She pushes the shot up, and it's knocked out of bounds by Marina Laramie. 28 seconds on the shot clock. It'd be interesting to see if they credit her with a block. They should, but she didn't really attempt to block. It's just that the shot went into her elbow. Janning moves the ball top of the key for Works. Works hits a cutting Lamberty, who will pull it back out. Swinging it around, Janning collects it. Will drive with the right hand. Now to Lamberty. Lamberty drives. Shot off the glass is good. And the Blue Jays up to a 19-point advantage, 55-36. East Carolina with the basketball in the hands of Gray. Gray will dribble towards the top of the key, get it to Payne. Payne guarded by Lamberty. Fakes the shot, then will pull up from just inside the arc. No good. The rebound grabbed by Lauren Works. Works ahead to Faber. Audrey will penetrate, drive towards the bucket. Shot is up, count it, and the foul. Audrey Faber with a career high 20 points. She'll get a chance for one more, and that's the 4th team foul against East Carolina. 5:47 remaining here in quarter number 3. Audrey Faber will go to the line for the bonus free throw attempt. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. Jade Owens will check in, as will Tessa Leadham. Faber calmly bounces the ball, eyes the free throw, and it's good. And Audrey Faber, 21 points, for the Blue Jays. Inbounds pass goes to Frazier. Frazier swings it on the outside to Laramie. Now at the elbow, Toure has it. Toure going to penetrate near the top of the key to Shutoris. At the elbow, Taylor gets it back, loses it though as she tries to penetrate. Jade Owens up with it, pushes it ahead, but she's going to have to slow this down and does so wisely. Entry pass to Allie Green, back to Owens. She loses it, and East Carolina comes up with it. Laramie's going to push it ahead for the Pirates. Laramie loses the basketball though, and Lauren Works has it. Back and forth, turnovers for each team. Who's going to slow it down and execute on offense? Ball at the top of the key for Jade Owens. Outside for Faber. Back to Owens. They missed a cutting Tessa Leadham. Now she'll drive towards the basket. Called for the travel. Good call there. Tessa got the ball, landed, then tried to go towards the basket. And the traveling violation will bring us to immediate timeout. 4:57 remaining here in quarter number 3. Creighton leads it 58-36. You're listening to Blue Jay Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and the BD Global Sports YouTube channel.
Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro provide quality, caring dentistry for your whole family in a friendly, relaxed environment where new patients are always welcome. Look no further than Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro. For more information or to make an appointment, call today, 402-397-4505. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro at the northwest corner of 144th and Dodge. Former basketball and baseball players, Creighton alums, and all-around sports fans. Doctors Bimbo and Vince Petro, proud supporters of Creighton University and college athletics.
For over 40 years, family-owned Jerry Ryan has been helping the best-dressed men in Omaha look their best. Whether it's a new suit and tie, business casual, or the best selection of Creighton Blue Jay apparel this side of the Big East, at Jerry Ryan you'll always experience unparalleled service and enjoy complimentary gift wrap and alterations. Now offering slim-fit wedding suits for all your groomsmen. Stop by our 78th and Dodge Street location and visit us online at jerryryanclothing.com.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back here at the Cedar Park Center in Austin, Texas. Once again, the home of the Austin Spurs, the developmental league affiliate of the San Antonio Spurs. Creighton leading the contest 58-36. Creighton Women's Basketball brought to you in part by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, a proud sponsor of the Creighton Blue Jays. Jerry Ryan has been outfitting Blue Jay coaches and fans for over 40 years. Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, located at 78th and Dodge in Omaha, Nebraska. We'd like to thank everyone for taking time on your Thanksgiving to tune in, listen to me on 1180, or watching us on the YouTube BD Global channel. The Blue Jays have been on fire today here in this game. They're shooting a combined 57% from the field, led right now by their freshman, Audrey Faber. Faber has a career-high 21 points. Back to the action, the 5 on the floor for East Carolina. Ball in the hands of Taylor. Taylor going to drive against Faber. Shot up is no good, but a foul is called, and we'll see who that foul is going to go against. Foul will go against Allie Green. 2 free throws coming for Itina Taylor. Taylor joined by Shutoris, Toure, Frazier, and Laramie on the floor for the Pirates. The Blue Jays countering with Green, Faber, Owens, Leadham, and Works. Taylor leading the way with 10 points, eyes the first free throw, and just a little bit short. Taylor already 2 for 3 from the free throw line in the game. She came into this contest shooting 15 of 25, so if averages hold, she'll probably miss this one. Ball in the air. And as the announcer curse works, as soon as you say one thing, the opposite happens. Ball stolen away. Toure is going to get the shot off glass, and now 4 straight points for East Carolina. They'll apply pressure once more. Jade Owens with it. She'll kick it back to Audrey Faber. Blue Jays are going to have to hurry. They've only got 4 seconds to get it across half court. They do just that. Now you got a chance for an easy bucket. Instead, the Blue Jays will pull it back out. Creighton puts the ball in the hands of Faber. Finds Tessa Leadham down low. She puts the shot up. No good, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. That is the 5th team foul against East Carolina. Just the second against Toure. 2 players with 3 personal fouls for East Carolina. One of them, Taylor, on the floor. Tessa Leadham will take her first 2 free throws of the ball game. Ball is in the air, and it's good. Tessa, one of the best free throw shooters on the Blue Jays squad. Doesn't get a lot of opportunities. A perfect 3 for 3, though, on the season. 59-29. In her career, Tessa now 15 of 17, make it 16 of 18, so just about 88% from the free throw line. Coming back the other way, East Carolina puts it in the hands of Toure. Bounce pass to Shutoris. Shutoris dribbling against Leadham. We'll get it to Payne, who checked in at the dead ball. Inside to Laramie. She goes up and under with the shot attempt. No good. Faber with the rebound. For Audrey, that's her 4th board. Coming the other way, Janning has it. They swing the ball to Leadham, to Faber, and around to Works. Outside for Leadham to Faber. 3-ball on the way. No good. Off the front of the rim. Just a little bit behind where you normally would be on the 3-point shot. Toure will quickly come the other way. Driving. Gets blocked by Allie Green. Nice job. Green, another freshman. She actually does hail from Minnesota. Checking in, Kylie Brown and Maya Melman will come on for Green and Leadham. So Coach Flannery said he was going to go deeper onto his bench. In doing so, we've seen 12 players get into the action. The ball entry to Payne. She is wisely able to grab the ball and then shoot it back out to Laramie. Laramie's shot off the front of the rim, no good, but she gets her own rebound, gets it down low to Taylor. Taylor's going to drive. Nice under the basket bucket. And we're going to get potentially a foul called. Now the officials are going to gather. I'm not sure if this is going to be an and one opportunity or what this is. The two officials gathering together. If it's a foul against East Carolina, it's free throws. If it's a foul against the Blue Jays, it's an and one opportunity. Those are the only two options. Either that or it's an inadvertent whistle, and I'm really not sure. It's going to be a foul called against Laramie, and that should be free throws. That should be 2 free throws, and that's what the officials are explaining right now. So Laramie is going to pick up the foul. That's the 5th team foul, and the officials are gathering here. I'm not certain what's going to happen. It is going to be free throws. The 2 teams are being sent to the benches as they're going to check. I think they're going to check and see if this is a flagrant one. The 2 officials are going to the monitor. We mentioned earlier the officials' names. The 2 going to take a look are Royce Blevins and Jake Cody. Those 2 now reviewing the play, going to check. The only thing they can be checking is whether it's a flagrant foul. They called the foul on Laramie. That's a foul on effectively the defensive player, and now Coach Flannery trying to get instruction or some resolution from Paula Ross, as she really has nothing to do with this call. Now we're getting some clarification as the officials going to the play-by-play person. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. It's a very strange call. If the foul is against Laramie, then it's 2 free throws for the Blue Jays. That's pure and simple. I'm not sure who would shoot the free throws. I think it would be Audrey Faber. She was the one down low. I'm surprised that the foul is going against Laramie unless she shoved one of the Blue Jays. I simply did not see that from the naked eye, but they're going to the replay, and we're not sure. And having some experience running the replay, it takes some time to cue it up exactly where the official wants it. And then you have to make sure he sees exactly what he wants, and then he'll say, well, I want to see it again. And you have to cue it back up. And it's not as simple as you might expect. It's not as simple as running your DVR and going back 5 seconds and saying, okay, here you go, here you go. Sometimes it works quite well just like that, but other times it's more challenging with the technology. In this case, it appears that they've worked it out, and it's going to be 2 free throws for the Blue Jays. So what had been a nice little run for East Carolina, they'd gotten a couple of buckets and a chance to really apply some pressure taken away, and now Lauren Works will go to the line to shoot 2. Works, another of the Blue Jays who shoots the ball extremely well from the charity stripe, puts it up and good. In fact, if it were a technical, I would think that Works, Janning, or Leadham, depending on who is on the floor, would be the choices by Coach Flannery. And of course, as I say that, she misses one of 2. 61-41, Blue Jays lead it. 3:19 remaining here in quarter number 3. Bounce pass over to Payne. Payne guarded by Janning. We'll get it outside to Shutoris. Entry pass for Laramie. Now back out to Toure. Toure lines up the 3. The shot is no good, but a good rebound by Laramie. She'll drive the bucket under the basket for the turnaround layup. No good, and we're going to get an offensive foul. This one's going to go against Toure. That'll be her 3rd, and 2 more free throws for the Blue Jays, and that's the difficulty when you get in the penalty. Everything that you do is free throws. Now it'll be Audrey Faber stepping to the line. Faber, a perfect 4 for 4, already has 21 points. First free throw is up and good. And we'll get some substitutions as checking back in for East Carolina is Frazier and Taylor. I had said earlier I think I'd misidentified Holston as Taylor. Taylor with 3 personal fouls, second free throw up and good. So 3 players now with 3 fouls, Toure, Gray, and Taylor. Taylor on the floor for East Carolina, and Gray set to check in at the next dead ball. Shutoris, hands off to Payne. Bounce pass, gets it back. Payne from Taylor. Payne will drive, instead kicks it down low, and we're going to get a foul called against the Blue Jays. That foul going to go against Maya Melman. It's the second team foul of quarter number 3 against the Blue Jays and the first against Melman. Now MC McGrory will come on for Lauren Works. East Carolina struggling. They're now 1 of their last 6. Entry pass to Laramie. She's 0 for 6 until she hits it there from the elbow. We'll see if that gets Laramie going. 63-41. Check that, 63-43. Long pass for Audrey Faber, guarded by Taylor. Faber going to drive, puts the shot up off glass, beats Taylor and Laramie. And for Audrey Faber, she has 23. They move the ball quickly ahead to Payne. Payne dribbling, will move it left side for Frazier, trying to get it down to Taylor. Taylor guarded by Brown, outside back to Frazier. 3 ball on the way. Off the front of the rim, no good. The rebound grabbed by Melman. Ahead to McGrory, and here come the Blue Jays. They're running. MC going to put the shot up off glass, coast to coast for MC McGrory. Creighton pushes the lead back to 22, 65-43. Payne with it on the left side. Will give it off to Gray. Now to Payne. Again, now 2 players for East Carolina with 3 fouls. Late in the third quarter, that's not a big concern. Long 3-point shot by Payne. No good. The rebound grab by Janning. But if you pick up the 4th, you may be sitting for a long portion of quarter number 4. Ball in the hands of Faber on the left side. Elbow extended. Picks up her dribble and goes to Maya Melman. Now back to Janning. Janning, long pass over the top. Faber to McGrory, back to Janning. Janning dribbling towards the free throw line. Finds Melman. Long 3-point attempt, no good. This short, and coming the other way is Laramie. Bounce pass, gives it to Gray. And East Carolina looks a little bit tired right now. Bounce pass by Payne. Top of the key for Gray, back to Payne. Payne going to penetrate, drive the bucket. Shot up is off the rim and then falls. Hit the top of the rim. Shooter's roll, got it to the glass, and it fell for Payne. And Payne doing a nice job here in half number 2. She's got 13 points. Here the shot by McGrory, gets her own rebound, and they'll reset the offense. 32 seconds here in quarter number 3. 23 on the shot clock, and if you're the Blue Jays, you're just going to wind this clock down, get it down to probably about 8 seconds before they'll start the offense. Melman with it, swings it for Janning. Janning going to drive. Now we'll kick it back out. Almost stumbled, kept her balance. 7 seconds on the clock. 6 goes to Faber. 4 back to Janning. Fakes the 3-pointer, elevates for the shot. No good, but she'll draw the foul. And so Janning will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul going to go against Frazier. It'll be her first. And fortunately for East Carolina, just 5.9 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. They will reset the team fouls. That's one of the advantages. We talked about the disadvantages of having 5 fouls. You get a chance to reset. Quarter starts over, and it's back to 0 team fouls. Janning eyes the free throw. It bounces around a large portion of the rim and then finally falls off. Lamberty and Owens will check in for Faber and Melman. Janning's second free throw attempt hits the front of the rim, rolls forward and down, and it's 68-45. Blue Jays by 23. Toure gonna drive. The running jump shot is no good, and that'll take us to the quarter break. Creighton leads it 68-45 as fourth quarter will begin when we come back. You're listening to Blue Jay women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on the BD Global YouTube channel.
Complete Nutrition just
2 minutes.
acquired the most advanced technology in our industry. This body comp technology tells you how many calories your body burns in a day, exactly how much lean muscle your body has, how many pounds of water weight you carry, and so much more. We use this report to provide you with a personalized meal plan. This report, a $100 value, and your meal plan, a $50 value, are both available absolutely free this week only. Complete Nutrition. Success starts here.
Complete Nutrition. Why earn your degree from Creighton University? Chances are you want to do more than get a paycheck. Here, you'll learn how to make a real difference in the world. Have the resources to start a career you're passionate about. Make great strides in research that's changing lives. You'll be able to do more, build more, succeed more. That's why you'd come to Creighton. You're more than just a student. This is more than just an education. Go to bemore.creighton.edu.
Instead of the car dealer's financing, Creighton Federal showed me how much I could save borrowing from them. And then they lowered my mortgage payment, my other car payments, and they paid off my credit card. Hey, banks, they don't do that.
Creighton Federal Credit Union does all the time. Find out how much they can save you. Creighton Federal Credit Union, member NCAA.
As Fernando celebrates its 20th anniversary, we pledge our continued support for Creighton's Blue Jays. Since opening our doors 20 years ago, we have proudly backed the Blue Jays, enjoying a mutual friendship and passion for college sports. Come join us at one of our 3 locations after the game to celebrate the wins, mourn the losses, and enjoy the camaraderie. We have intimate dining and party rooms that can accommodate up to 100 fans. Let the fiesta begin, and may the Blue Jays have their best season yet. Fernando's loves you.
You're listening to Creighton University women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back here in Austin, Texas, the Lonestar Showcase sees the Blue Jays leading East Carolina 68-45 as the fourth quarter begins. Blue Jays with the basketball find the Sydney Lamberty in the corner. Three-point attempt looked like it was partially blocked, and the rebound pulled down by Taylor. Driving towards the hoop, Gray will draw a foul on the Blue Jays. We'll see who that foul is on. Foul's going to go against Kylie Brown. 2 free throws attempts for Devon Gray. She hits the first one. And the Blue Jays see their lead trimmed. Still 22, though. Second free throw attempt up and good. And if you're Creighton, the thing you want to do least is get into foul trouble. You don't want to slow the game down with a 22-point lead. Ahead quickly, the Blue Jays have Jade Owens running the lane and finding the driving layup. Little teardrop falls for Jade Owens. Give Owens 4 points. Ball in the hands of Taylor. Taylor's going to drive. Puts the shot up, and now there's a foul on the Blue Jays. Again, now I talked about this. Creighton doesn't want to get in foul trouble. You don't want to give up easy layups, certainly. But you cannot give fouls to East Carolina. That's what's going to allow them to score without having time tick off the clock. Jade Owens picks up her first personal foul. Second team foul in quarter number 4 for the Blue Jays. And Itina Taylor will go to the line. Taylor 3 for 4 in the game. This one off the front of the rim, no good. So 3 for 5, right about her average. She was 15 of 25 coming into the game. Taylor will get one more. Couple of dribbles, ball in the air, and it's good. So 2 for 4 from the free throw line. East Carolina, though, able to set up their defensive pressure each time. Ball knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Blue Jays. 5 seconds for Creighton to get the ball across half court. And one of the changes now in basketball is Creighton and the defense is not hurt by having the ball knocked out of bounds. It used to be that 10 seconds to cross half court was reset when the ball was knocked out of bounds. Now it is not, and the Blue Jays, the ball is technically over half court. You can inbound it, though, and I gotta see it. Creighton may have to get this across. Now it's across, so it's academic, but Owens crossed that with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Ball back to Owens. Swings the ball in the corner for Janning. Bounce pass for Kylie Brown. Hits a cutting Jade Owens. Owens 6 points now. Kylie Brown picks up the assist. If you're the Blue Jays, you'd love to keep this lead exactly where it is so you can use your bench in the last 6 or 7 minutes and make sure your starters are fresh. Right now, 4 starters, check that, 3 starters on the floor for the Blue Jays. Gray eyes the 3 and drains it for East Carolina, 72-51. Creighton inbounds the basketball to Jade Owens. Now back to Lamberty. Sid will get it ahead for MC McGrory. MC will penetrate, finds a cutting Jade Owens. And the last 3 times down the floor, they found Jade Owens for the easy layup. We'll see if that gets the sophomore going. From the Chicagoland area, went to Fenwick High School. Owens has struggled a little bit early. She's been hampered by injuries, battling her way back. Here, the ball is tied up on the ground, and possession's going to stay with East Carolina. Bailey Norby will check in for the Blue Jays. She comes on for Kylie Brown. Some good minutes there from Kylie Brown. And East Carolina will move to inbound the basketball. Ball looking to be inbounded to Laramie. That is not a backcourt violation. You can inbound it all the way in the backcourt if you want to. Just as though if they were on the side of inbounding it, they inbound it all the way in the backcourt. Cutting is Gray, and we're going to get a foul called. That's got to go against McGrory, and it does. Foul goes against MC McGrory. It is the 3rd team foul against the Blue Jays. No team fouls against East Carolina. Cutting. The ball goes to Gray. Count the bucket and the foul. Devon Gray getting the bucket there and an opportunity to 3-point play. Gray now has 10 points. 4th team foul for the Blue Jays. So Creighton in the bonus. Any additional team fouls, and it'll be free throws for East Carolina. Ball in the air for Gray, and she makes it a 3-point play, and the lead is now down to 20. It's a large lead, but when you turn the ball over and Payne pulls up for the jumper, it's down to 18. It can go away fast if you don't take care of the basketball. I'm imagining here if there's a turnover, you're going to see a timeout from Coach Flannery. Ball in the hands of Lamberty. Ahead to Janning. Janning. And we're going to get that timeout. And the reason Coach Flannery calls the timeout, he's got 3 left, 2:30s and a full, now down to 2. 3 seconds remaining before it was going to be a violation, a backcourt violation. So we wanted to make sure his team doesn't commit that foul right there. He's seen this lead, which at its highest was up to 25 points, down trimmed to 18. East Carolina able to work their way back. And I know that there's only 7 minutes remaining, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. But East Carolina's got to feel like, hey, we still got a chance. It's going to take some work, but we can work our way back into this game. We've already gotten Creighton into the bonus, and we have an opportunity to work our way back in. We're going to step aside. You're listening to Creighton Women's Basketball on the BD Global YouTube channel and 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce.
Complete Nutrition just acquired the most advanced
just 1 minute,
technology
Zach.
in our industry. This body comp technology, how many calories your body burns in a day, exactly how much lean muscle your body has, how many pounds of water weight you carry, and so much more. We use this report to provide you with a personalized meal plan. This report, a $100 value, and your meal plan, a $50 value, are both available absolutely free this week only. Complete Nutrition. Success starts here.
Complete Nutrition.
Here in the Heartland, we're more than a cozy place to live. We're a great place to be alive. We build, inspire, soar, and love. We don't stand still. There is no off switch, only momentum. A drive to let go and follow our passion. This is who we are, and it's time to unite. Together, it's time to let everyone know we don't coast. Brought to you by the Greater Omaha Chamber.
KZOT, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
You're listening to Creighton University Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Back here in Austin, Texas, I'm a little surprised. East Carolina did not continue to apply pressure to the Blue Jays. Creighton had just 3 seconds to get the ball across half court, and there was no pressure by East Carolina. Here a driving layup by Marissa Janning. Shot no good, and here come the Pirates. Ray will bring it across half court. On the floor for the Blue Jays, Lamberty, Janning, Owens, Norby, and McGrory for the Pirates. Ball in the hands of Gray. Now Payne, Taylor joining her, Laramie, and Ray. Payne with it beyond the arc, gives it to Gray. Three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good, but there's Taylor with the rebound. Check that, Payne with the rebound and the putback. And a 7-0 run for East Carolina, 9-2 run. Ball in the hands of Lamberty. They swing it to Owens. Now back to McGrory. And you see Audrey Faber set to check back in for the Blue Jays. They get it to a cutting Bailey Norby. And that's been the saving grace for Creighton. They really haven't played that well in quarter number 4, but when they've beaten the press, they've gotten easy buckets. 6 points in that quarter for Jade Owens, and now that easy layup for Bailey Norby. Payne with it will get it out. Side the arc to Ray. Now Gray driving, elevates for the jumper, shot no good. There's Lamberty to Janning. And pressure going to be applied by the Pirates. They had a double team in the back, easily broken. Now Owens going to drive, kicks out for McGrory. MC will drive but draw the foul. That one's going to go against Devon Gray. That's her 4th. Wouldn't expect to see her leave the game. You still need your best players on the floor. If they foul out, you're not concerned if you're Heather Macy. Jade Owens to inbound it for the Blue Jays. They go to Marissa Janning. She'll dribble near the top of the key. 5:58, if you're wondering. Still 1 media timeout remaining in the game. Lauren works with it, goes to Lamberty, top of the key. Tries to hit a cutting Jade Owens. A little bit of miscommunication, though, and the Blue Jays throw it away. For Creighton, they've already committed 13 turnovers, uncharacteristic for the Blue Jays. Taylor ahead, going to run down the middle of the defense. Ball knocked out of bounds by Sydney Lamberty, and I'm a little surprised there that one of the Blue Jays doesn't step up and draw the charge. If you step up and force Taylor to run through you, you're going to get an offensive foul because she was head down, moving like a freight train. Frazier will check in for Ray. Inbounds the basketball to Taylor, and Taylor will draw the foul. Foul's going to go against Sydney Lamberty. That's Sid's 3rd personal foul. Jade Owens and Sydney Lamberty both with 3 fouls for the Blue Jays. Taylor, 4 of 6 from the line, getting there once more. And that is the one area that the Blue Jays have been successful against Jada Payne. Payne has not been able to get to the line. I mentioned has gone there 29 times this season, but it's been Itina Taylor who has gotten to the line instead. That's her 7th free throw attempt. She'll get one more. This one off the rim, no good. The rebound fought for. It'll go out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Creighton with the basketball. Lamberty gets it into Janning. Double team comes quickly by the Pirates, and they get it ahead. Knocked away by Frazier, but the Blue Jays beat the press outside for Faber. They'll move the ball. Long three-point attempt for Janning, and Marissa Janning hits it from long range. Give Janning 16 points. Frazier gets across half court. Now 79-59, back to a 20-point advantage for the Blue Jays. Payne to Shutoris. Back to Payne. 19 on the clock. Find Taylor. Taylor going to drive. Running shot blocked and knocked away. Blue Jays have it. Lamberty ahead to Faber. Faber down the corner for Janning. Fakes the shot. Finds a cutting Jade Owens. Nicely done. Jade Owens with 10 points. 4 players in double figures for the Blue Jays. And for Marissa Janning, she now has 7 assists. Shutoris with the basketball. Entry to Laramie. Outside for Frazier. Eyes the three. Drains the three. Blue Jays have it. In the ball in the hands of Jade Owens. No pressure applied there by East Carolina. 4:28 remaining in the game. Blue Jays lead it by 19, 81-62. Driving towards the bucket. Janning is able to score the basket. 18 for Janning. And now Marissa will knock it out of bounds. And that may be the end of the day for Marissa Janning, as we will take our final media timeout. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Creighton leads at 83-62. You're listening to Blue Jay women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and watching us on the BD Global YouTube channel.
Cocoa Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza is Nebraska's top family destination resort, featuring the area's only indoor water park, 365 guest rooms, 2 restaurants, 3 bars, and 75,000 square feet of convention and meeting space. Cocoa Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza, just off I-80 at 72nd Street. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, we have a package for you. For more information or to book online, click RamadaPlazaOmaha.com.
Vintage Financial Group is a local financial services company committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses achieve financial success. At Vintage Financial Group, we create plans as unique as each individual's needs. Contact Vintage Financial Group and their advisors, Brad Burwell, Kirsten Ricketts, Mindy Helfrich, or Pat Ricketts at 402-932-7233 or VintageFinancialGroup.com.
Insurance issued by Principal Life Insurance Company. Securities offered through Princor Financial Services Corporation. 800-247-1123. Member SIPC. Principal Life and Princor are members of the Principal Financial Group, Des Moines, Iowa 50392. Vintage Financial Group is not an affiliate or any member of the Principal Financial Group.
You're listening to Creighton University women's basketball on 1180 Zone 2, The Deuce.
Just 4 minutes and 15 seconds remain here at the Cedar Park Center in Austin, Texas. Lonestar Showcase, first game for both East Carolina and Creighton. The Blue Jays lead at 83-62. And it's been an offensive show for the Blue Jays. They are shooting 59% from the field. 69% in half number 2, due largely to the fact that they've been able to just beat the press and get easy buckets against East Carolina. And that's all that the Pirates could do in half number 2. They already came into the second half. They were trailing 45-31, so they needed to do something to try and get themselves going. Pressure was worked for a short time in the first half. They tried it here in half number 2, and it's had its moments. It's forced the Blue Jays into 13 turnovers. Long shot by Jada Payne. No good. The rebound grab by Tessa Leadham. On the floor, Janning, Faber, Green, Works, and Leadham. Skip pass over to Tessa Leadham, but before that happens, an offensive foul called against Audrey Faber. And because it's an offensive foul, it is not free throws. That is the 5th team foul against the Blue Jays. But no free throws awarded on the offensive foul, just as the case if it occurred last year before the rule change. Now Jada Payne going to drive, pushes her shoulder into Allie Green. I'm a little surprised there wasn't an offensive foul called there. Instead, she got her own rebound, put it back up. She'll get the bucket and the foul. And some emotion displayed by Jada Payne. Allie Green called for the foul. 2 points, and she'll get a chance for one more, will Jada Payne. That's what Payne is known for doing, but it's going to be too little too late for East Carolina. It's 83-64, but there's much to be gained for the Pirates. They still have 2 tough games throughout the rest of this tournament, and you want to go out of this game executing. You're not concerned with the score anymore. There's under 4 minutes remaining. It would be almost impossible to get back into this game as Lauren Works gets it ahead of the press. But you want to make sure you're executing. You still got games against Eastern Washington tomorrow and against Northwestern in the final day of this tournament. You want to make sure you're playing your best basketball. That's what it's about. Ball in the hands of Faber. She'll move it to Tessa Leadham. Outside for Lauren Works. Works spinning to the bucket. She gets it to fall. A little bit of circus work there by Lauren Works. Able to cut to the basket, spin back to her right, and put the layup up. Lauren Works has 5 points. Jada Payne trying to hit a cutting Devon Gray. The ball is knocked away, and the Blue Jays will come the other way. Lauren Works with it. Beyond the arc, Works will eye the three. Shot no good. And Shutoris almost throws the basketball away, but fortunate for her, right there was Jada Payne. She missed her intended target of Toure. Khadija Toure was the intended target. Now Payne with the basketball. Dribbling. Finds. That is Gabrielle Holston. Holston thought she drew enough contact for a foul. Instead, the ball goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with East Carolina, and a couple substitutions. Audrey Faber and Marissa Janning will go to the bench. That'll be the end of the day for both of those players. 25 points for Audrey Faber, 18 for Marissa Janning. Entry pass to Holston. Holston guarded by Maya Melman. She's going to drive. Path cut off nicely by Melman. Kicks it out for Frazier. Gets it back. Two-man game right there. Frazier eyes the three. Shot off the rim, no good. And in for her first action of the season, Amy Richard, a walk-on who transferred from Oklahoma. Did not play for the Sooners, but was a manager. Richard in for her first action. She's joined on the floor by Tessa Leadham, Lauren Works, Allie Green, and Maya Melman. Richard with it, going to drive towards the basket. Shot is up, it falls, but they're going to call a foul. That foul will go against Shutoris. It'll be her first, team second. So no shot opportunity for Amy Richard. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if her teammates try to get Amy a shot in this last 2 minutes. This might be one of the few times she gets to play. She's worked her way on very well. Came on, I mentioned, as a walk-on. Wasn't sure if she was going to make the team even in the preseason. Was able to find a way and find a spot. And there's just not a lot of time on a team that goes already 12 deep before her. She is the 13th player. But Amy, a tremendous worker. And another foul called against East Carolina. This foul going to go against Holston. So the third team foul. Ball in the hands of Green. Back to Richard. She's going to drive. Shot up and good. Amy Richard gets the bucket, and the Creighton bench explodes. They're excited for her teammate, for their teammate. Holston with the basketball. Top of the key. Will move it left side to Ray. Eyes the three. Shot is no good. Gray there for the rebound. Forces the shot up and draws the foul. That foul going to go against Lauren Works. For Works, that'll be her first personal foul, and Devon Gray will shoot two. Gray with 11 points, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, and misses that one. On the season, Gray came in just 1 for 4. So now she's 3 for 4. She is 4 for 8 on the season. Free throw attempt is good. Blue Jays get it ahead. Lauren Works to Allie Green. Short jumper for Green. Rattles around and good. Allie Green has 7. It's Faber's career high. Ball in the hands of Holston. Holston under a minute. Kicks it out for Toure. Toure going to drive towards the basket. Forces the shot up in traffic. Good fight down there by Gray. And now the ball going to be tied up by the Blue Jays. Alternate possession will go to Creighton. Creighton still fighting, and you love to see that. 89-66 your score. 43 seconds remaining. Tessa Leadham with the basketball. Will inbound it to Richard. And for the Blue Jays, you just want to tick time off. Maybe get a shot up late in the shot clock. Should be 1 or 2 possessions for each team. Richard with it outside to Leadham. You're going to move the basketball around. Works back to Leadham. Down to 27 seconds on the game clock. Richard going to drive. Will kick out for Works. To Leadham. And they find Green down low. Hit a cutting Lauren Works. And Lauren Works gets 7 points for Lauren. That's just paying off what she's done for her teammates. Works considered one of the best communicators on the floor. Gets a little bit back right there. Works was the one who gave up her starting spot to Audrey Faber. Holston eyes the shot. It's no good. The rebound grabbed by Lauren Works, and that'll do it. Creighton defeats East Carolina 91-66. They will take on Northwestern tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll take a quick break, come back with our player of the game, Audrey Faber, and Coach Jim Flannery in just a moment. You're listening to Creighton Women's Basketball on 1180 Zone 2 The Deuce and on the YouTube channel BD Global Sports.
Coco Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza is Nebraska's top family destination resort, featuring the area's only indoor water park, 365 guest rooms, 2 restaurants, 3 bars, and 75,000 square feet of convention and meeting space. Coco Key Resort at the Ramada Plaza, just off I-80 at 72nd Street. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, we have a package for you. For more information or to book online, click RamadaPlazaOmaha.com.
No, you'll go first.
Vintage Financial Group is a local financial services company committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses achieve financial success. At Vintage Financial Group, we create plans as unique as each individual's needs. Contact Vintage Financial Group and their advisors, Brad Burwell, Kirsten Ricketts, Mindy Helfrich, or Pat Ricketts at 402-932-7233.